So come join us, everybody. There's our sailboat from our sunset last night. We got some docks over there. Looks like commercial repair docks. A lot of big maritime marinas here, military marinas. So stick with us, everyone. Just about ready to depart, and like I said, we're gonna head down to Port 32 in Jacksonville, Florida. Continue to follow, subscribe, and like to our journey for the Seaquest's new home in Jacksonville. Hang in there. Made it to Jacksonville Harbor. We're sitting here by the mouth of the St. Johns River. We're at a overnight harbor, anchored out. A little overcast. The sun finally decided to come out. So she's out now. And we're sitting out here in Seaquest, just off of the Port of Jacksonville. And we're gonna make our way down to the Jacksonville River, about 22 miles inland to Port 32, which will be Seaquest's new home. Well, when you're cruising, check your engines every single day. The captain's down there doing his due diligence, but try not to do what the captain just did. Hit himself in the head as he got up. Don't want to do that, guys. But definitely, seriously, check your engines every single morning when you're traveling. Checking your oil, checking the fluids, getting ready for a trip down the Jacksonville River for the new dock. And after engine checks are done, everybody, we're ready to crank them. Nice and quiet in the engine room right now, so we'll be doing that and then heading down the river. Come along, guys. Well, we just left our harbor mooring for the night. We're heading down to St. Johns River. We're going to pick up some shipyards and some ships like the one sitting right there. It's actually in port right now. And as we cruise down to St. John's, we left our mooring. You got the shipping containers, ships right there. We'll try to get a close-up as we go by. And then off to the left is the Dames Bridge, which is the tallest bridge in, they say in the U.S., 176 feet clearance. And last time I went around, it was in the motorhome, and that was hell. So let's see what we do going under it. So stick with us, everybody. We're en route on the St. Johns River. And like Miami, they have the container ships here in Jacksonville, Florida. And they're right outside the entrance to the Dames Bridge, which we'll be going under here shortly. And here's a great view of the Port of Jacksonville. And they got their cranes just like Miami. And as you can see, we have the Dames Bridge. Very cool bridge. Just try to pick up one little tower. You can see the metal supports that come out of it. And it goes in that way to the casino, best bet. And it goes in that way so you could travel south. As we make our way through, we've got plenty of clearance at 176 feet. And here's a great overview as we get close. We're going to swing into one of these little towers because it is very unique. Very unique looking bridge. So come join us, everybody. Follow us as we make our way down the St. Johns River aboard the Sequest for Port Marina 32. And as we make our way through the bridge here, very interesting. If you look way out in the background there, it's more of the shipping containers for the Port of Jacksonville. I'm going to kind of zoom in there right through the bridge. You can see them down there, everybody. And we'll pick up the bridge from the back end here in a minute. And another great view. And as we leave the Dames Bridge behind us, and on our merry little way, we got about a 2-hour trip down to Port 32 Marina. Let's follow. Make our way into the St. John's. Directly in front of us is the refueling of tankers. You can see the fuel tanks in the background there. And they got an old barge sitting out here in the front, right there. I have no idea what it's doing. But your tanker in front of us, the fueling. And we got a little bit of traffic out here, but not much. And another view of the tanker refueling station here in Jacksonville, Florida, and one right here without the ship. They just dock in and load up their tanker, or unload it, one of the two. That give you a good, nice overall view. Ballards out there to hook up the ships to. They're ready to rock and roll. So anyhow, let's continue our journey. Still cruising in the Port of Jacksonville, and we got like an ore carrier here. You can see the sand gravels piled up there on the left hand side, and they load them in this little tugboat. A little bit bigger than a tugboat, I would say, and then they go on their merry little way to their destination. Kind of cool. Their own little section just for this purpose. As we continue cruising through the St. Johns River in Port Jacksonville, this is actually the 14th largest port in the country overall. And a nice view of Jacksonville. We're going to be heading toward the twin bridges here, going through, and we'll do a close-up picture as we get a little bit closer to these. Kind of cool. So stick around, everybody. We're continuing on. Well, we're making our way through the twin bridges here, connecting downtown Miami over to the port. Kind of picking it up here from me and into Jacksonville. You can see it down there. Very cool looking bridges. And let's swing the other way. So you got a nice view. then we're going to be heading over to number 2 over there, where you see the huge barge sitting right out front there, and with the huge grain elevators right there in the port. So stay tuned, everybody, as we continue making our way southwesterly. If you look all the way over there, everybody, that is the stadium for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll try to pick up a better view, but it's behind some bushes, but we're coming up to something decent here. The Jacksonville Stadium right there. And you can see the city in the background. And you got these huge grain barges. The silos, the Tuffy tugs, and right in front of us there you have a dry dock. We're going to pick up on that. Pump it up, pump it down, drive your boat in, then fix it. Underneath another beautiful bridge here in Jacksonville. Interesting, again, dry dock vessel for boat repairs. And back to our beautiful crossing bridge. Give you a nice view of it as we get a little closer. Start making our starboard turn on the Jacksonville River. Another great view of the bridge. There's a great view of the Jaguar football stadium in Jacksonville.
Main Street Bridge coming up.
And another good view from the stern as we make our way to Port 32. And another different angle on the Jaguar Stadium. And a nice overview from our stern. As we continue, we have another military vessel here, number 886. Jacksonville is big on the military here. And Maxwell House. We're entering past Wells Fargo Vi-Star and going to the lift bridge on the Jacksonville River. We got about 40-foot clearance. And as we make our way under our lift bridge on the Jacksonville River, we got about 36 feet, so we clear it by about, maybe 3 feet. And back on route. Now we're heading through the Acosta Bridge.
This guy's doing it
Here in downtown Miami. So we're videoing the whole bridge here for you, give you a sight. And right on the other side of that is a railroad bridge, which is open. Usually is open, only shut when they need it. And check this out, everybody. You got steers on the pilings. Kind of cool. Not even Texas. Not even Texas. Very cool. As we make our way through the Acosta Bridge and then through the railroad bridge. And next one bridge is going to be the Fuller Warren Bridge. You can see it down there on the horizon. And our final destination, everybody. Port 32. We just came through the bridge. Big storm coming in, passing us, thank goodness. We're going to be docked right in that spot right ahead of us. That's Port 32, Jacksonville, Florida. Made it. We came the roundabout way, but made it. But we're not at the dock yet. So as we get closer, everybody, stick with us. We'll wrap it up. And we're going to be going to that slip right there, everyone. Come join us. The adventure is about to come to an end. Now it's poker time.